decorations.
Great job, pups.
The Paw Patrol saved the wedding. Thank you so much.
I couldn't have done it without the pups.
So beautiful. But where's the other pair of lovebirds?
Other pair?
Oh, there's the happy couple.
Emma and Corny? Getting married too?
They're the perfect piggy pair.
Al and Yumi, Corny and Emma, I now declare you husband and wife and pig and pig. You may kiss the bride.
It's so beautiful. Aww. You all right, Chase?
It must have gotten something in my eye.
You're all good. Oh, yeah. Hold on, Corny. Just because it's your wedding doesn't mean you get to eat the whole cake.
You don't eat the bouquet, Emma. You toss it. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
I got it. I got it.
Why is it?
No, one Mojo Pop.
You want to watch more pops?
Mojo Pop.
More pops? We'll see.
Mojo Pop.
Hey parents, your kids can have fun learning with Paw Patrol in Noggin. When your kids are on a mission with the Paw Patrol, they develop valuable skills like teamwork, problem-solving abilities, and learn to be a helpful part of their community.
Motor Pups on the way.
Mighty Pups, charge up! Puffed up a big bad box.
Oh, I can't believe it.
That's gonna be a really cool picture.
No fair. I should be hanging in midair next to a meteor. I'm an important man.
Tonight, from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida, it's time for Monday Night Football on EA Sports.
And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. Tonight, we wrap up Week 3 with a good Monday nighter here between the Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the game's first play. Second down.
A gain of 5
Yeah, probably.
brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey.
Christian
A
McCaffrey.
quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
First down, Carolina.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 4 yards, the pickup, first down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Bridgewater dancing to his left. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
3rd and long for Bridgewater. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked it down to force a 4th down?
At their own 15-yard line.
Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
You won that?
Brady gives this one off to Jones. And this time they were
You have
ready
it?
for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Big Derek Brown making the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Brady, this into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 10.
Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. Looking downfield for Godwin. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on a 6-yard return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles, gain some additional yardage.
Jones with a nice game there on first down as he takes his forward and call it a pickup of 6. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long and take off.
Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football. They're on the march, but facing a third down here.
They're serving up magic. They're saving the day.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Scotty Miller, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the second quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
For Tampa Bay.
And able to get this out to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Christian McCaffrey and the Panthers about set to go on offense. And no doubt he's come out of the gate strong. Only in week 3, and you see the numbers thus far.
And we always talk about identity, setting a tone, you know, getting the groundwork laid for the season or for a game. And that's what they've done with the running game so far. It reminds me of when I first went to the University of Tennessee. And believe it or not, I was a quarterback for a day and a half. And the first practice session, the first play we ran was 28 pitch, which is a toss sweep. And I remember the offense coordinator saying, that's our identity, that's our bread and butter, that's the basis of our offense. We got to get that down right here, right now. And I think we're seeing some of that in this running game here.
So did you not get that down, and that's why you were moved to the defense, or what?
I don't know for that reason, but I do know I saw a couple of guys throw, and immediately they were saying, you know, you need to learn how to backpedal.
Hey, he turned into a heck of a DB, though, partner. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And the connection there, Bridgewater to Samuel for a Panther first down. On the ground, McCaffrey. Levante David in on the tackle.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time, they get it to him a more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Now a draw play to McCaffrey. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. The 305-pound Ndamukong Suh finding the path to the QB there.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
Yeah, a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. Charles, 54 yards. I'm surprised that came up short.
I would agree with that one, because normally, if he misses, it's accuracy, not length, because he has plenty of leg for that. But maybe it's like I hit my golf shot, you know? Maybe it's like my wedge. You know, when you chili dip and you hit the ground ahead of it, sometimes that'll shorten your distance as well.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of the team, because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there, we've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throwing, Bridgewater. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Ndamukong Suh, his 2nd sack of the night.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Shotgun now for Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 11 yards there, just like last play. He sets up the screen to Jones. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. 4 receivers now in the formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Speaking of paws, where's the Paw Patrol? Come on, Mr. Nibbles. Let's go tell them so they don't miss out.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Free to throw again. And he finds Howard complete. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. On 4th down, Ryan Succop now for the Buccaneer field goal. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will do it. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Second half beginning with a run from Fournette. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They'll run it again with Fournette, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Brady's throw, 3rd down there is incomplete.
Okay. What's your show?
Because it nearly got to him there, and it would have been
What's your show? What's your show?
Game instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They do go for it. It's Brady. He's got Evans. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Jones. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly. And that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. It's caught. Jones. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast,
What are you doing?
that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception.
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Brady. That's caught by Howard. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Pretty heavy traffic over the middle on that one, and somehow he emerged with the football. Way to possess it, despite all the extra contact and people around him.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
Well, field goal attempt as well again. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. Going to throw deep for the end zone, and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Looking back to the air on 2nd down, it's Brady. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Brady to Evans that time. 1st down, Tampa.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does, because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
Zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
This is Jones. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Brady now on 3rd and goal. Strong coverage by Carolina, and on we go to 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Makes the score Buccaneers 13.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the 2nd half. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey. Stops shy of the 45 despite some powerful running. A gain of 3, 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Recovered by the defense.
So they need to determine if that...
After reviewing the play, the running on the field is reversed.
As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Bridgewater now after the fumble recovery. Completes it to Samuel. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get the third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Bridgewater to throw it. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try to...
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Shaquille Barrett. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Throwing on 2nd and long. Bridgewater hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this.
No, don't do that.
You don't always expect Titans to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of...
Oh, no, he lost the football, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And the Buccaneers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys. Just take care of it.
Whose car is here?
Good chance of ending up winning this
Daddy's car is here.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Brady to throw. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Evans. Down he goes at the 23. A pickup of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Operating from the gun. Brady. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he is going to have the Bucs first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Johnson with a completion over the middle. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. The Bucs on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Brady going to throw. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 4 yards the pickup, first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A lane to run there is Fournette, able to get about 7 on first down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. Again, it's Fournette. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Back to throw, Brady. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. It's a pickup of 2, and that's good enough to just about write a finish to this one. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Victory formation now for the Buccaneers. Down to a knee they go. Brady will take a knee here, and that should just about do it. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Buccaneers, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Buffalo Bills next week. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Coming up next, more plays on the monster machine.
Give me some speed. If you love the guppies and also puppies, you ready for back-to-back guppies and puppies. Just live in the guppies are too. And guess what? All they need is you. It's guppies and puppies. And oh my gosh, it's an octopus drop. Guppies and puppies. It's a brand new
What do you want?
episode.